Go woke, go broke is not true for brands, says Global Advertising Study. Just wait till you see who did this study, too. Research shows ad campaigns that are more inclusive have a positive impact on profits, sales, and brand worth. At this point, this is all natural selection. Any corpo that believes this deserves to go bankrupt. Who are you going to believe? The Guardian or your lying eyes? The cringe factor can be high when an established brand suddenly aligns itself with up-to-date values. Oh, God, up-to-date values? You mean going back to the way things were 20 years ago because we've been on the wrong path this whole time? It did not appear to work well for Gillette, which suffered public backlash 5 years ago to its toxic masculinity advert, or for Marks and Spencer when they bought out an alphabet soup rainbow-colored sandwich to mark Pride. But new academic research carried out for the advertising industry suggests "go woke, go broke," the snappy catchphrase devised by right-wing groups as a warning to brands, has got it all wrong. That's right. Bud Light was just a fluke. Harley Davidson was just a fluke. Concord was just a fluke. Dustborn was just a fluke. Suicide Squad was just a fluke. I swear, everyone else, it works for them. And you know what I think this study did? It probably looked at companies that were able to get more investor, like ESG money through going woke. And they're like, oh, look, these companies got woke and they actually got more money. All right. But are these investors going to stick around when all the customers leave, though? Look at Ubisoft. Yeah, that's another one. I guess Soy Wars Outlaws and Ass Creed Shadows are also just flukes. Yeah, Home Depot, also just a fluke. Yep. Yeah, it seems even clunky attempts to tune into newer, more tolerant values can give a product an advantage. Yeah, if you're trying to speedrun bankruptcy, here's the good part. On Monday, the findings of a global study from the Unstereotype Alliance, a business initiative convened by UN Whammons. That's all you need to know to discount this entire thing as just propaganda. And there's, although, you know what? Don't let me stop you. Don't let me stop you. If you want to believe this, like if you'd rather believe The Guardian over your lying eyes, be my guest. It's not going to be my ass on the line when your company goes out of business. I couldn't care less. In fact, could you please do that in an industry I plan on entering so I'll have less competition? So I wouldn't have to put them out of business myself if they were doing it. So we'll offer new evidence that advertising campaigns that are more inclusive have a positive impact on profits, sales, and brand worth. Yeah, from the short-term ESG influx, that'll then quickly disappear along with all the customers. So the analysis was conducted by researchers from the Said Business School at Oxford University using data collected by a group of large businesses, including Diageo, Kantar, and Unilever, in collaboration with the Gina Davis Institute, set up by a U.S. actor and activist to study gender in the media. So you know they're an unbiased source. So it found that when an advert can authentically and positively portray a full range of people devoid of stereotypes, it could provide an edge in the marketplace when it comes to consumer preferences and long-term sales figures. So two things. Dylan Mulvaney, how was that advert? But although I guess that was more of a partnership than an advert. But when we're talking about just commercials, like, classic advertisements, who watches those? Even in platforms like YouTube that may force you to watch them every once in a while, everyone just waits for the 5 seconds until they could click next. Like skip, don't care what this is, skip. It's literally been decades since I saw an ad that actually was both pertinent to me and got my attention. I'm like, oh, shoot, this actually interests me. I'm going to finish watching this ad and get all the information I need to buy this. It's been so long since that happened. Based on an analysis of 392 brands across 58 countries, the research, which claims to be the first of its kind. So let's wait and see how it holds up when more of its kind show up. indicates the positive impact of inclusive advertising on outcomes, with an almost 3.5% boost to short-term sales and more than 16% increase in the long term. Yeah, press X to doubt. It seems to persuade 62% of buyers to choose a product and make 15% of shoppers more loyal. The study covered different product categories such as confectionery, snacks, personal care, beauty, pet food, pet care, alcohol, consumer healthcare, household products across a variety of geographies. The idea that inclusive advertising content can commercially damage a business has limited progress for so long, said Sarah Denby, head of the Unstereotype Alliance Secretariat at UN Women's. Yeah, that's right. If you actually believe get woke, go broke, you're holding back progress. Yeah, it'll be fine, guys. Just go all in. This time you're going to make billions, I swear. Yeah, last time was just a fluke, Ubisoft. Do it again. So she added the assertion is consistently unfounded, but we need to provide evidence to the contrary. This irrefutable data should reassure any business and encourage brands to renew their commitment to inclusivity in all forms, not only to benefit the communities they serve, but also to drive growth and financially prosper. Yeah, go ahead. This, again, natural selection. You literally got someone telling you that it's actually healthy to jump off a cliff. And you saw the people that jumped off a cliff before you, and you saw them splat. But trust the science. The experts are saying it's actually okay. The alliance, which is launched in current year -7, man, why are we still funding the UN when this is how they're wasting our money? Orange Man was president back then. He could have stopped that. And has 240 member companies, aims to stop harmful stereotypes in advertising. It also has 12 national chapters across 5 continents that combat culturally nuanced stereotypes. But the task of charting a promotional course through changing and sometimes competing modern values and sympathies is tricky. Oh, now this is true. You're never woke enough. Now, how many times have we seen the woke eat each other? Because what was okay yesterday is racist now. Burger King was forced to remove an ad that showed people trying to eat burgers with large chopsticks, while the public images of both the reality TV star Kendall Jenner and Pepsi were assumed to have been damaged by a campaign for the soft drink that capitalized on the burn, loot, murder. That's for different reasons, though. They took a hit because they were viewed as supporting a terrorist organization. It featured an American model stopping a protest by handing an officer a can. The beer brand Bud Light also had to deal with a commercial backlash against in the U.S. last year when it launched a campaign featuring Transformer Dylan Mulvaney. And one of the most famous early missteps in this direction was taken by Italian fashion brand Benetton, which shocked consumers in the 90s with large billboards showing graphic scenes, including child labor, armed conflict, and an electric chair. I guess that's pretty honest when it comes to the fashion industry. Like, hey, this is where all your fashion comes from. And then it shows the child labor factory. And the campaigns attracted much attention, but were not thought to have had any business benefit. Yeah, there's that saying, right, that no attention is bad attention, except when it is. Sometimes you could get a lot of attention, but no one cares about your product. Look at Concord, for example. Concord had a lot of attention, but nobody wanted to buy or play it. They just wanted to laugh at it. They only sold 25,000 copies between Steam and PlayStation, allegedly. All that attention didn't help them any, did it? But again, let me just reiterate. Companies, you don't have to trust your lying eyes. It's okay. You could trust this completely unbiased and factual study by UN Women's. They're way more trustworthy than your own experiences and pattern recognition and reality and the truth and downright facts. Don't believe your lying eyes. Believe the experts. I'm sure you'll be fine. Make natural selection great again.